Welcome into the latest edition of Chasers Chat, presented by Lamson Dugan Murray. I'm the voice of the Omaha Storm Chasers, Nick Batters, and this week we're chatting with Chasers pitcher Walter Pennington. Walter, we're here on the Carousel at the Centris Family Fun Zone. Last year, you and I played mini golf with the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. I had to find a way to step it up. Appreciate you being here with us.
Absolutely. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So take us back to the 2020 summer when the draft is shortened to 5 rounds. You've just finished your senior year at the Colorado School of Mines. Walk us through, how'd you end up with the Royals? How'd you get signed?
It was a long journey and crazy story too. So at first when COVID hit, the season was only about 5 weeks in for college and it got canceled. So at first I was like, well, maybe I lost my eligibility. I was going to fish up my degree, engineering degree, and then just go get a job. And then when I heard the season was going to be given back to us, I was like, well, might as well go get a master's program, maybe get it for free. And so at the time I was also like, well, should I go be a missionary too for 2 years? That was a big thing in my life. And then I went and continued training because the season was continuing. And I was training a drive line. I was still throwing a little harder. And then I played in one showcase game in Kansas with a team I never played with before. And then after the game, they're like, you want to sign a professional contract? And I was like, yeah, I do. This is something I've been dreaming for my whole life, and it's just like presented to me because, I don't know, who knows why, but.
So 3 years after getting signed, you're promoted to AAA. What was your reaction when you found out you were headed to Omaha?
It was with Jonah DePoto, and I was cleaning up the bullpen by myself, and I walked in, and everyone was like, Shieldsey's looking for you, who's the manager of the AA squad. And I was like, okay, did I do something wrong, or is there going to be a team meeting that I need to be present for? And then he calls me and Jonah in the office, all the coaches are there, and it was really great. We were only 5 weeks in, it was kind of surprising to me, but very thankful to be here.
You mentioned Jonah DePoto. Will Klein was promoted shortly after you guys, and then Christian Chamberlain. It seems like the four of you especially are close, but what's your relationship like with all the pitchers in this bullpen and some of the guys in Northwest Arkansas too?
Yeah, it's been good coming up with them. They've been together a little longer in high A, but the relationship's been really great, especially through the fall with Jonah and Chamberlain. And Chamberlain's my throwing partner now, so it's a really special bond.
We talked about you went to the Colorado School of Mines. Do you have the chance to be the first ore digger in the major leagues? How special would that be to you? What would that mean to both you, your family, and that program?
That would be incredible. I mean, this is something I've been dreaming of for my whole life, just like any other kid. But especially coming from the School of Mines, of my plan going in is keeping the engineering dream alive, that you can do math and science, but also play athletics at a high level. I want to be an inspiration for those people as well.
You were a two-way player at Mines. What is your favorite moment in your career as a hitter?
Oh, there was a time back in my sophomore year, and I was pitching and hitting at the same time. And I had the opportunity one series to play right field, first base, pitch, and DH. So 4 games, 1 position each. And that was in the peak of my career. I think I had a couple home runs, pitched a complete game. It was great.
Would you rather hit a walk-off homer or throw a complete game shutout?
Complete game. I love pitching so much more.
You're always playing hacky sack before the game. Who do you think is the best hacky sack player on this team?
It varies day by day. Jonah is just, he plays everything like he does pitching, which is max effort. He likes to do really silly things, but those silly things can be really cool. But that's on a really given day. Chamberlain's pretty good. Will depends. It gets a little rambunctious out there.
What is the key to being a good hacky sack player?
He's staying under control and being able to do cool things at the appropriate time of Jonah. So
if we were to have team superlatives, I think you might be at the top of the list for best smile on the team. Who do you think would be second on the team with the best smile?
I mean, I like to bring a smile to anyone's face. I don't know. When you can make those guys smile who are having a rough day, I'd say it's probably them because it's most unexpected.
Sure. Who on this team would you be most comfortable letting date your daughter?
See, that's a really tough question because I know these guys on a very personal level, but coming to know Taylor Hearn, he's been a really great guy, asks a lot of great questions, very intentional, and all around really good guy. Appreciate him.
Who do you think on this team has the best style?
Again, Jonah DePoto has a very unique style. I'm not a huge guy into fashion myself, but he certainly stands out.
You mentioned that you were thinking about a few different careers after college. You ended up as a professional baseball player, but if you didn't have a career in baseball, what do you think you would be doing right now?
Probably working on an airplane or a spaceship. It's going to be launched from NASA, maybe SpaceX, something like. I'd like to think that.
Yeah.
I like aerospace, but I hope I never have to find out.
You've been with the Storm Chasers since the start of May. You've worn a lot of different jerseys this season with the Chasers. What's your favorite Storm Chasers jersey?
I really like the Cattleman jersey. I don't know why. Something about the cowboy look. The hats were cool. And I think it pitched really well in those jerseys too, so that always adds to it.
In the time that you've been here with the Storm Chasers, what is your favorite thing about the Omaha Metro? Papillion, Omaha, what's your favorite thing about this region?
Yeah. I think it would be the lakes around here. I like to go fishing on my off days, and I've caught a couple.
Yeah.
And the guys have really helped me fish more. And last Monday, we actually went fishing with Lofton, Bubba, and Chamberlain. It was really fun to have everyone together, not talk about baseball.
Well, I was going to ask who the best fisherman is on the team. Is it one of them?
Yeah, it was Lofton. He caught 4, and I would change my bait out, and he would put the same one that I just had on that wasn't working to catch a fish. So if that tells you anything, it's either I'm a bad fisherman, he's a good one.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Cookies and cream. Absolutely.
It's quick.
Yeah. I mean, go-to no matter what, no matter the brand.
What would be your go-to show to binge late at night, or if you're on the road on that streaming service, what are you looking for?
Anything Star Wars related. I heard Ashoka's really good.
Yeah.
Really big Star Wars fan.
What's the best Star Wars movie? These are the hard-hitting questions.
The 5th one. Yeah, the original 5th, yeah.
And the last thing I want to do before we let you go, our social media manager, Nina, likes to do a deep dive on our players' Instagram accounts, see if there's a funny photo or a fun moment to ask about. You've only posted twice, but I went and looked through the photos that you're tagged in. One of my favorites is this selfie of you, Jonah DePoto, Christian Chamberlain, and TJ Sikkema right before the Arizona Fall League started. How did you get stuck with the selfie-taking duties, but also what do you think about when you look at this picture?
Well, it's because I have the longest arms. That's why I took it. But what I think about is just the times we had back then. Like, it was so light, so easy, and we actually ended up winning the Fall League, so it might be one of the best baseball times I've ever had.
Walter, appreciate your time. Good to get to know you a little bit here on Chasers Chat. Best of luck the rest of the season, and looking forward to seeing what's in store for you.
Thanks, Nick. Always a pleasure.